this is a real big test to the community, this vendor. I know they don't want to make things easy for the community, but at the same time, it needs to be balanced. Okay, guys, today I want to talk to you about the new trader, Ermal's Nomadic Envoy. So if you go to traders, you go down here to the bottom right, you'll see Nomadic Envoys. Click on that. And you notice that Ermal is selling all kinds of things that are new to the game, right? Or not new to the game, but this is a new offer trader. Or the best two things he's selling, in my opinion, is the extra 12 stash spaces and the Expedition Vault. I think that's great. But along that, he also sells cosmetics, and he sells like trinkets and emotes, and then things you can get rep for, or and you can buy turbines here. You can buy currency here for 150k. You can buy more things for rep for the event that's going on. I think everybody's completed. And then all of a sudden, there's blueprints too, right? So this looks like a great shop. This is stuff that most players would want. If most players didn't have this cosmetic and they just had the money for it, they probably purchase it. The 12 stat spaces, the expedition vault, all that looks really good, right? But the problem is the prices are outrageous for this shop. You know, I tried to get some of this weekend, and I ended up recycling all the art parts I gathered because I had like 150,000, and I was going for this, but it was just making my bank like ridiculous because all it was art parts that had no use for me other than this shop. I think this shop was definitely made for people who have done the third expedition because you would probably have a lot more space to store the things for this shop. If you're not on the third or possibly second expedition, this shop is outrageously priced because of what it does to your stash. You know, for the 12 stash spaces and the expedition vault, they only take these art parts, right? So, you know, you're talking about the Queen, the Reactor, Bombardier Cells, Accessor Matrix, Turbine Compressor, Leaper Pulse Units, Bastion Cells, Vaporizers, and Rocketeer Drivers. So that's basically what you can trade for these. And the problem I have with this is that if you try and get $200,000 worth of items, what you'll notice is that your bank just gets so full that you start to have to gimp your bank and your stash. Because I believe a good bank and a good stash is built like with a good foundation up. You know, I don't keep anything in my bank that I'm not using. Okay, so you say 500k, right, for this cosmetic, right? Okay, well, if this was just coins, this would be like a no-brainer. Everybody would buy this and be like, yeah, I have to have this, right? But when you say it's only made out of these parts, right? Not, it doesn't take that long if you play in the game for a long time and you know how to take out art to gather the pieces. The problem is that you just can't keep on adding those pieces to your stash and have enough space for it, right? That's what I've noticed about this shop, right? Because 500k is really, when you select the items, it's 500,000 of just art parts, right? And like I said, I recycled all mine into so I could upgrade my guns, but that is ridiculous. This means that this would take like a huge amount of your stash space. The blueprint, right? 1,000k. That's really a million. I mean, $1,000,000 worth of stash value items is really hard. If it's only these materials too, you're really jacking up your stash. And to be honest with you, the Tempest blueprint is not that hard to find. I found it each time, sometimes multiple copies, and this is ridiculous. The 100 and the 1 million is just ridiculous. And for the Expedition Vault, it's the same thing. 200,000. Those feel ridiculous numbers to me. They just feel like they're overpriced. I almost think that everything in this shop should be cut to half. The one thing I will say is that you can't get in-game currency this way, which is decent that they allow that. But what they really should do is they really should put something in the cred shop that allows you to get in-game currency. There's nothing in this shop that's really worth it. I mean, these rubber ducks are great, but let me know when you find an alien one, because I haven't found that one. I found the flashy and the rubber duck all over the place, but the alien one I haven't found. This shop is a really good thing, and I like the direction they're going, but the prices are just ridiculous. I mean, not so much the prices, it's the way you have to pay, right? Like, if you could load up for Ermac like a vault or something where you start saving up your art parts to buy from his shop, and he would keep them next week and the week after that until you get to a currency you want to use, then that would really allow him used a lot more, and it wouldn't limit your stash space or gimp your stash. So I think some changes need to happen. I think either A, his prices need to be lowered, or B, there needs to be some mechanic like that where you actually can store stuff for Ermal. and his nomadic tribe. I'm pretty much saying that if you want these things, go for them. They're going to gimp your stash just trying to get them, but at the same time, they are really worth it. Except for the blueprint, I don't think that's worth it at all. But if you think that these prices are overpriced, you're probably right, and the game is going to adjust. So I would keep that in mind before you start spending. That's my theory anyways. I think that this shop will eventually be balanced a little bit more. The developers are just starting off here to see what happens, to see if anybody really buys. If no one buys from this vendor, then what's going to happen is that Embark Studios is going to pretty much have to nerf the prices of this. So I just want to keep that out in mind. This is a real big test to the community, this vendor. I know they don't want to make things easy for the community, but at the same time, it needs to be balanced. And this really doesn't seem balanced at all. So I just want to bring that up. But I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Do you think these prices are overpriced, or do you think they're just right? Please let me know in the comments. And please like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks. Triwind out.